take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you till the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game. Call and compare prices
at the Lexington Diagnostic Center.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
All S, all P, all O, R-T, S Sports. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter. Locally owned and operated since 1972.
Are you a Kentucky high school sports fan? Do you know where to find the latest news and information on your team, your competition, and high school sports action across the state? Join the fun and excitement at BluegrassPreps.com. You can support your favorite team, test your sports knowledge, and share news and views at BluegrassPreps.com for all the latest on Kentucky high school sports, other sports, and a whole world of lively discussion. Get on board at BluegrassPreps.com.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
I used my credit cards over the holidays, and I thought I could make it work. But between the bills and everything else, I'm really starting to fall behind.
A lot of people out there are drowning in debt.
We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode. You can have a brighter future away from debt.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. In Lexington and now in London.
Sitters are here.
I'm ready. Okay, kids, behave.
Man to man.
I got the little guy.
Oh, did you leave cash for the pizza?
I got it.
With more features than ever.
All right, who's hungry?
Mobile banking from Central Bank lets you deposit checks, pay bills,
Okay, you're gonna get a rip screen.
send and receive funds with Pop Money, and more. So you can stay in the game without missing a step. Do more with mobile banking from Central Bank, official bank of UK Athletics.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
Good morning and welcome to a dreary, wet, snow-flurried Bryan Station High School in Lexington, Kentucky. We have the Kentucky Middle School Football Coaches Association State Championship games. We'll have 4 of them for you today here on PrepSpin. Game number 1 will be the Eagles of Boyle County Middle School against the Red Hounds of Corbin Middle School in the 8th grade Division II state championship. As you look, you see the Eagles of Boyle County coming onto the playing surface here at what used to be called R.L. Grider Stadium. I'm still not 100% sure about it, but they will take on Corbin. Darren Douglas along with the coach, Mike Meehan. I would say the legendary coach Mike Meehan here in the press box, but only because the guy has had longevity in this in that business, and that's where to me that's when you become legendary status, and you don't give the title to yourself. Somebody else has to give it to you. Coach, welcome.
Well, thank you, and I think you could just say I'm a legendary high school and middle school football fan. Let's just put it that way.
And really become a middle school fan here in the last couple of years. You've really fallen in love with this program.
Yeah, and I'm telling you the truth. I'm really looking forward to this game.
Oh, boy.
This first game, all the games are going to be good, but this game, it looks like they're just a group of warriors out there on both sides. Just really, really good, well-coached football players.
Very well coached. As a matter of fact, this Boyle County team, if you want to see a mirror image of their high school program, you will see it on the offensive and defensive schemes from this ball club here in Lexington today. They run the 4-4 defense. It's very recognizable, Coach, but it's also a fairly easy defense to teach kids.
Yeah, it is, and I think it got real popular. Gosh, long time ago, you know, in the late '60s even it was popular. Notre Dame ran the same thing. I think Boyle runs a little bit different. They actually have stacks. They run a little stacks and so on. We want to give a lot of credit to Chuck Smith and Boyle County and high school, but I really do want to give credit to some of these coaches, these head coaches of these middle school teams and these assistant coaches. Heck, I saw 10 coaches on the sideline of one of these teams.
Boyle County.
Yeah, but they do a great job with these kids discipline-wise, and I know how difficult it is to work with 13-year-old, 12, 13-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And they do a super job with them.
Well, that's the thing, too. It takes a special person to be able to coach the middle school program in general, whether it be football, basketball, baseball, Softball now very popular, not only in the middle school ranks but the high school ranks, and actually we do have a couple of guys. We have a guy on the sidelines for Corbin who I believe it was last year or 2 years ago elected into the Kentucky Middle School Football Hall of Fame just based on his longevity as the coach down there at Corbin, and really has done a good job of making sure, Brent Jackson's his name, making sure that his teams are very well schooled in fundamentals, very well represent the community of Corbin, not just the middle school down there, but the community of Corbin, and then also being ready to go when it comes to sending them up to the high school program.
Right, and coaches like Jackson, they promote the middle school program overall, not just their team, but overall. I'm taking a look here. We have cheerleaders. Corbin must have 20 cheerleaders down here in parkas and rain jackets and trying to keep warm. Really, it's just an amazing facility here, and the way they promote this, the Kentucky High School Middle School Association, just really nice job.
Yeah, and the thing is, too, what gets everybody about this middle school stuff, when I first did it, my first time 7 years ago, I looked at William and I said, really? And I expected just, teams getting out and just being a little bit of a step up for maybe the youth programs and things like that. Now, I know some youth programs are pretty good down in certain communities and things, but when I got here, it was I was just blown away by the athletic skill of some of these players, the athletic ability of some of these players. But what really blew me away was the size of some of these kids.
Yeah, they're big kids and they're small kids and they're all playing together. And again, their skill level is great, and the technical aspect of what they do offensively and defensively is what amazed me.
Right. Well, we're getting ready for this first game. We're about, according to the clock, 8 minutes away from the opening kickoff of this one. Am I right? Yeah. Looks like about 8:10 to go before we kick this thing off. Corbin is ready to go on the sidelines here. We also have the captains for both teams. Let me try to give you the captains here. I don't have the Boyle County roster. I don't know what happened to my roster, Coach. I had them here. I got like four. I think I got 5 of the 6 rosters. And the one roster I don't have Boyle.
Well, maybe they got an extra one over.
But I do know the captains for Corbin. Number 13 is Travion Longmire. Number 9 is Seth Mills. Number 5 is Evan Poore. And number 22 is Jonathan Jackson. So those are the 4 captains for the Corbin Redhounds.
And Boyle was 15.
Yeah, 15. That would not be shy to predict that this could be a high-scoring affair.
It could be on either side. We're going to
take a look the ball last.
Boyle's offense now. Yep. We'll take a look and see how they handle it.
And we have.
Hey, tell everybody that's watching the live broadcast now that they blew a breaker in here, and that's why we've been down.
Okay, we've been down. If you've been experiencing not able to get our feed, and you're back with us, we apologize. A breaker blew here in the press box and is now back going. So.
Well, very good.
We apologize for the technical difficulties. Of course, when you get this time of the year and this kind of weather, who knows what may happen in an athletic facility.
And we'll show you, especially you Corbin fans, we'll show you a replay of the touchdown here coming in a few minutes when we get a chance. So hang in with us and keep watching, and we'll let you see Longmire's long touchdown run.
It'll be Longmire to kick off. He does about everything for Corbin.
We have one receiver deep, and he's on the side.
We have one over here on the 25.
Well, that's where they're aiming too. Look,
I believe that's Aiden Sloan over there on the other side. I think is number 10, if I remember the name correctly from yesterday. Out of bounds, and
that's a penalty.
Boyle County will take it right at the spot it goes out, because normally if it goes out of bounds inside the 35, they move it to the 35, but it went out of bounds about the 38 or the 39. And let's see, Boyle, though, may do the unthinkable that coaches do. They may take the 5-yard penalty.
Either that or they could have them kick it again.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 5-yard penalty.
Actually, I think they're going to take the 5-yard penalty. I don't think they'll take the ball where it went out of bounds.
Right.
That's usually most coaches usually do that.
Well, yeah, because you can't risk a ball rolling through there and getting you into trouble deep.
Plus, it wasn't a very deep kick. Now, if the ball had been a deeper kick and gone out of bounds, there have been 10 players sprinting down, and they may make them kick it again and make another sprint. Lanner, the quarterback. Oh, wow. 62 for Corbin is Houston Warren, and he was in the backfield. Could have taken the handoff from Lanner, and on the carry, I believe that was Aiden Sloan, I think.
I think it was Aiden Sloan. I think he just got
his bell rung.
Number 10.
He had no chance. No chance whatsoever, and that was a blitzing. Actually, that was a down defensive end. They did a little stunt. They did a little slant, and he came free. Here to the wide side comes the wide out. They have two back to the other side, stacked, and they give it deep. This is Sloan, spins, gets up over the 40, still dragging a tackler with him around the ankle. He gets up over the 40-yard line to the 41. Gain of about 7.
Hey, we're going to show the Corbin fans a touchdown here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
The next timeout or whatever.
Yeah, we told them already.
Yeah, and it'll be third down. And about 7. They fake it, give it back to Chance. I mean, that's Chance Logan. He gets around the corner, inside the 30. Skips a beat 20, 10, 5.
I think there's a
flag back at the line of scrimmage, though. Right at the point of attack. Wow. Unbelievable.
I know, and that's sad. It comes back after a run like that, and really an excellent play. We're going to see that again on the instant replay.
Looked like maybe it was a trap play for Boyle County. Yep, trap. They bring the two guards.
OT.
Oh.
They pulled the back side guard and tackle.
They're going to call a block, a holding penalty. Actually, they're going to call a block in the back, only a 5-yard penalty. But I think they called on the left guard. Looked like he pulled. I thought that looked like a pretty good block. I thought the guy turned his back after contact had been made by the offensive guy.
Yeah, which shouldn't have been a block in the back
right.
If the person turns after you contact in the front. You continue with the block.
Right.
I mean, you can't stop and then go back after him.
How many times do you see, though, middle school teams, Coach, pull both the guard and the tackle?
Exactly like the high school does it.
Oh, unbelievable. Now they're going to pull the left side tackle around. Lander to throw. Hit as he lets it go. It's intercepted by Longmire.
Yep, threw a little waggle pass. And, again, he was on the run trying to throw the football, tried to get the receiver toward the outside here. And ball was underthrown here.
That's a big play on a turnover for Corbin there to get the interception from Lanner.
Yeah, I think he was looking for number 5, and he just couldn't get the ball to him. All right, here's the touchdown by Longmire. We're going to run back for you. So he hit the corner, did a really nice job of bouncing outside like he always does. So
they go back to the shotgun. 2 receivers to either side. They give it off to Longmire. Running right. They're stringing him out. Nice defensive play. Cash Logan on the tackle.
Yeah, Cash was a big player yesterday too.
He's the one that ran the touchdown a while ago that was called back for Boyle County.
Right. He's number
8.
Yeah.
We should remember that. Money.
Yeah, Coach, Cash Money, I call him.
Coach dubbed him Cash Money because he gave him the football and he cashed it in the bank there.
That's exactly right.
Loss of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 14 for Corbin. Same formation. With the wing back to the right. Counter play back this way. Evan Poor on the carry.
Yeah, run a little counter play, and that's good to do that every once in a while. Keep those linebackers honest, but
Brown on the tackle.
Didn't get much on it.
Gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 13 for Corbin. 4.5 minutes to play the opening quarter. Corbin leads 6-0 on a 65-yard touchdown run on their opening drive from Travion Longmire. Second possession for the Red Hounds. Miller rolling right, looks for his receiver. It's tipped, and a nice defensive play by number 5, for Boyle County.
Let's see if we hear.
13 yards to go for a first down.
And we, of course, don't get the young man's name that made it. Again, if you're listening over there across the way from Boyle County, if you have a roster over there with your kids' numbers and names on it, we need it. We had one last night, and for some reason, Coach and I can't find them.
No. We had a pile of papers, and that one was gone.
Unfortunately, we may have pitched that last night when we were cleaning up after ourselves here. That's Cottle, I think. See if there's a Boyle County roster. I hope so. Longmire, he's left-footed, Coach. High kick.
Nice catch.
And no fair catch called for by number 14 for Boyle County. I'll have everything but Boyle, don't I? Hey, look at here.
Is that the right one?
Did we get lucky, Coach? Yeah, they're the only 8th grade. Fair catch. Or that was Jackson Smith. No fair catch, Coach.
Pretty good job. We didn't get lucky. We investigated and we found the roster. No,
we got lucky,
we're gonna help you out, people.
We got lucky. Number 5 Walgo made a nice play on that pass play with Colin Tiller. Here goes Cash Money again. He's out free. Cuts it back. Cuts it all the way back again, looking for a block. Longmire after him will pull him down after a big, huge gain for Boyle County. That is Cash Logan. And Coach, again, a nice block on the left side over there by his left side of that offensive line. Number 99, Andrew Harwick, and number 75, Zach Mason.
Well, the money man did a really good job. Notice when he's running the football, as he makes his cuts, when he's in a secure place, he changes the ball to his outside arm. Did a really nice job. Well coached, young man.
High snap. Here comes
good speed.
Aiden Sloan around the left side, cuts it back inside of the defender and gets a first down. Inside the 30, down to about the 28-yard line for Boyle County.
Good speed tackle. Number 54 made the tackle. So,
Coach, where are y'all next, you and Gary, Friday night for playoffs?
We don't know yet. We haven't talked about it. We're going to have to look at the schedule.
Say a prayer for Matt Calvert and I. We're headed to Louisville Dolphins Friday night.
That's a trip.
Not too bad.
All right.
I just, if I don't have to go to Louisville, I just don't want to.
Yeah.
First down in Boyle County, though, a nice answer after the defensive stop. Now moving the football on Corbin. High snap. Lander pulls it down, gives it off to Aiden Sloan on the carry. It is amazing how you can remember a couple of names when you're trying to pull them out of your.
Yeah, you're pretty good at it, I tell you.
He gets 5. It'll be second down and 5. And Sloan's not a very big young man, but boy, he runs tough between the tackles, doesn't he?
He does, and they run that play to perfection, too.
To the left, we're a zone play again. Sloan. Boy, that's what I love about him. Another flag, and maybe they weren't set. Boyle had an issue with that yesterday. They a couple times illegal procedure because they weren't set.
Yeah, they come up to the line of scrimmage so fast and then try to run real fast while people are still moving and leaning.
Hey, Coach, do you see what I see out there? There's 7 guys in striped shirts. We're running a 7-man crew.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah. I kind of like it for championship games, like we said before.
It was a false start and an offsides as well, which kind of.
That's kind of weird.
That is kind of weird, isn't it?
Normally you don't see that. They call it one way or the other.
Here comes number 4 in the ball game. This is Jackson Grubbs. He's not bigger than a minute either. Actually, that's not Grubbs. That is that Aiden Collins, number 2, right here, the slot guy?
It is number 2.
Aiden Collins. Lander busted play. He has a guy open, throws it deep, intercepted, number 2 by Travion Longmire.
Yeah, I would stay away from Longmire. I would not throw at him or to him or anything. Let's take a look at that one again.
Yeah, Longmire's playing free safety, Coach. He just is rolling over there.
Well, he just reached out with one hand and pulled it into his body. That was a heck of a play. You know, mistakes like that hurt these teams when they get down to this level.
Now, I understand why Boyle County's throwing the ball to keep them honest, but would you try to go maybe short stuff until?
Yeah, they were driving the football, and they probably should have stayed with it. I think he just kind of got in a panic because of the sort of a broken play there.
They give it off to Longmire.
Oh, nice tackle.
Nothing doing this time for Longmire. Nice job of
10.
That's Aiden Sloan.
Yeah,
nice job. That young man will stick his nose in there.
He will. He got underneath it and made the tackle on the legs of Longmire, and that's about the only way to do it. You cannot let him get started.
No.
Pretty good defensive plan if you can penetrate and get him before he gets going.
No gain for Longmire. Coach, when mothers, to me, when I ask them why their son aren't playing football or quit playing football and the mothers complain about injuries, you see a kid like Aiden Sloan and those guys of slight of build. That's an argument against it, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is. But, again, everybody's concerned about the safety. That's why we have, we do a really good job here with Andrew Carlston, I know, and the trainers are working with these kids, trying to keep them healthy ahead of time, preventative stuff. But then also, if something happens, if they get a little bumper bruise, we saw that yesterday.
Yes.
They don't take any chances whatsoever.
Tartar on the tackle there a moment ago. I believe that was Longmire again on the carry. Now they put 3 wide, snap to Miller. Miller straight up the middle. He'll be dropped at about the 26-yard line. He'll be 4 yards short.
Miller's
first
hurt.
down.
Miller's twisted his leg or something. He's hurt a little bit.
Well, he's going to crawl. Now, he pointed at his knee, and that's not good.
No. He definitely got twisted up there and came up with an injury. Hopefully, we see there's good trainers out there taking care of them.
Bluegrass Orthopedics, too, as well.
Yeah.
Here in-house.
Yeah, we've been on since the 7:07 mark.
And, boy, that doesn't look good. Coach Jackson, you see right there in the middle of your screen the gentleman with the toboggan on.
Right, again.
Coach, this makes the second time this year at the high school or middle school level I have seen a 7-man crew.
Yeah.
Was that Kenny Bourne over there aggravating me?
When was the first time?
Casey County and Betsy Lane when William and I went
that's interesting.
down to Liberty, Kentucky. Forgot where I was going there in Casey County.
They've got him up, and that's good.
Yeah.
Miller, right?
Yep, Miller's up and off, walking under his own power with a little limp, though, it looks like. But under his own power, so that's always a good sign. May have taken a helmet to the knee.
Right. Well, let's see who they've got now.
Well, they're going to punt because it's 4th down and 5 right now for Corbin. And Corbin's going to go ahead and take a timeout so they can get organized.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
No.
They just made a split.
Well,
have to make a couple switches.
Miller's probably on punt coverage team, so I would say they got to put somebody else in for him. It looks like the guy they've tapped is number 41, Braden Reynolds. I will tell you this, and I told everybody, you think you've seen a big crowd that Corbin brought yesterday. Wait till tomorrow with both the 7th and 8th grade playing the state championship games. Looks they probably doubled the size of their crowd since yesterday. Well, only about an hour, 15, hour and a half drive.
Well, I think you said, by the way, Darren, you said just make sure that the last person out of Corbin.
Turn the light out.
Turn the light out. Lock the door, turn the light out.
Turn the light out, roll the sidewalks up.
That's it.
I went down there for a playoff game last year with Corbin and Casey County in the region finals. And it was a 17-7 game at the halftime in favor of Corbin. And Corbin, of course, wound up winning in a game that was really, really well played by both teams. Here's a snap to Longmire. Left-footed off the side of his foot, straight up in the air.
Yeah, got a little backspin on that one.
Look at all the ball. There goes a young man right towards the ball. I almost gave him too much credit too quick.
Yeah. You can't. You got to get away from the ball. Yeah. You can't. When a kick like that, it's an oblong football, and it'll twist and bounce on you and hit you in the leg, and then that reverses everything.
But this year I've seen that ball take more true bounces than I think I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Going to football. And I've been going to football games since I was 3. It's a long time. They fake the toss sweep. Give it back to Cash Logan on the carry. He goes off the left side. Boy, when Boyle runs a counter play, they really go to that left side behind Hardwick and Mason.
And I think they found a little seam in there where they can run. They're getting 3 or 4 yards of carry on that, and that's why before when they got down closer to the goal line, they threw the football. They might have been better off staying with the running game today.
Pistol formation this time. Turn, giving off to Logan deep, running right side this time, inside the 25 for another Boyle County first down with 12.1 to play in the first quarter. And just as soon as I said this thing could be high scoring, the defenses have settled in.
Number 69 for Boyle. You got that name?
That is Dalton Peets.
Dalton
Peets. P-E-T-Z.
He did an excellent job blocking on that.
And Dusty Duggins is the guy on the right side. That's the end of the first quarter here in Lexington. The 8th grade Division 2 state championship for the Kentucky Middle School State Football Playoffs. It's Corbin 6, Boyle County nothing on PrepSpin.com.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you till the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
Yeah, Cole Lanner. His brother.
L-A-N-T-E-R.
Yeah. Back here at Bryan Station High School in Lexington, Kentucky. Darren Douglas, along with the coach, Mike Meehan, longtime high school football coach in the area, also a former University of Kentucky football player. You played under Claiborne, right, Coach?
No, before that, Charlie Bradshaw.
Oh, Charlie Bradshaw.
Yeah.
Never knew Coach Bradshaw, but I heard he was a very tough man to play for, very disciplined.
Tough guy.
Tackle made by number 75, that's Blake Chafin, I should say.
Chance Logan's big as a workhorse.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not afraid to get his shoulder down and run in there either. He can run inside, outside, no matter where.
Got a gain of 3. And Lanner will have Logan off to his right. Receivers to either side. They pull the guard and tackle from the right side to the left. Here's Logan. He broke the first tackle, but Longmire got a hold of him and pulled him down maybe after a gain of a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 7 coming up for Boyle County.
Darren, we have a battle going on inside between number 76s. Both teams, the center and the nose guard, are number 76. And it's a real war going on in there between those two. I think Boyle County won that one.
Now, 76 for Corbin is Ryan Gambrell. 76 for Corbin. Hang on a second. Is Lander rolls right, now turns it upfield, throws. He has a man open. Broken up.
He got hit right on the sideline really hard as he threw the football.
Number 40 for Corbin is Ryan Peace on the pass deflection. It'll be 4th down. And number 76, as we were looking for Boyle County, is Joseph Mattingly. Mattingly is listed as a 7th grader in that offensive line for Boyle County. And look here, Coach.
Oh, no way.
Jackson Smith's going to line up.
This is our guy right here. Jackson Smith's going to line up for what?
Well, he's putting the tee down about 47 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
They're going to put it down at we'll call it the 29. That'll be a 39. Boyle County's going to call timeout.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. I tell you what, if he kicks this and makes – well, they did say he kicked a 45-yard field goal or something earlier.
In a game, earlier this year. And Boyle County ready to go for the field goal.
Now, in these middle school games, I know it used to be, and back when they tried to what I would call sissify middle school football, you couldn't rush the kickers. You couldn't rush the punter.
Nobody kicks any placements normally, so they let them go. They play the high school rules.
Yep.
Here's the thing, too, Coach. His holder will be the quarterback, Lanter. As we mentioned yesterday, his older brother, Reed, is the sophomore starting quarterback for the Rebel football team at the high school level. He has another brother who's a starting quarterback on his youth team, or is a 7th grade starting quarterback. High snap. Smith kick is on its way. It looks good. It is good. From 38 yards away, Jackson Smith puts the Eagles on the board. And, Coach, that's been good from 50.
That's amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
I'm not joking, Coach.
Hey, how far can they play up? Can they play up to college level?
I'm telling you what, he's as good as some college kickers you see.
I guarantee it.
My goodness. Look at this leg, folks. Look at this. That is an 8th grader. He kicks it from 38, and it would have been good from 50.
Oh, absolutely. What a weapon. I tell you
Holy
what.
cow.
So you think Chuck Smith's a little excited right now?
Giddy would be the word, I think, Coach. Giddy.
Yeah, that was amazing.
And if Coach Smith's listening out there, he knows both of you and I pretty well.
Oh.
He may know your text. He may know your number to text you and let you know. But my goodness,
that was incredible. What
Holy
a great kick.
cow!
See we see now Boyle has a weapon.
Yes,
and you have to understand that a kicker like this, he can flip the game on you. That 3 points because Corbin scored the touchdown, but they missed the 2-point conversion. So now it's only a 3-point difference in the game. So the field goal becomes very important.
Now Jackson Smith will kick off, and they're going to go on. They're going to little pooch kick it there. It'll hit. Oh my goodness! It checked up, and Boyle County gets it, and Aiden Sloan recovers.
What would you call that in golf?
That would be a checkup. I don't know how to do that though. Look at this thing. Boom!
Up, and it just bounces straight up in the air.
And number 40 for Corbin, Ryan Peace was trying to get there, but it just took a kick back right towards Boyle County, and Aiden Sloan sold
right
out.
There.
And now here go the Eagles again. Almost called them the Falcons. Look out. They give it off to Sloan, bouncing it outside. And delivers a blow to Longmire to Sloan.
Yeah.
And the guy chasing him down was Carter Sevier.
Yeah, and again, I'm watching this. They pulled both the guard and the tackle again. Zach Mason, one of the tackles for Boyle, he pulled and tried to seal back inside. He didn't get a great block, but he did enough. We talked about yesterday. Sometimes he just takes a little
getting
screen.
away, yeah.
So Zach, good job by him.
So did he pull? He pulled from his left guard getting around. They pulled both guard and right tackle a couple of times this game already. Lanner avoids trouble, squirts out to the right side, gets a peel back block coming for him from Tartar, but 41 gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, number 41, that's Reynolds.
Yeah, Braden Reynolds on the tackle for Corbin, but a good job by Lanner to avoid pressure. Good job from Aiden Sloan, who stepped up and picked up the blitzing linebacker, Sevier, and stalemated him right about a yard or two into the Boyle County backfield.
That was a really good play by a whole bunch of people, to tell you the truth.
Boy, these teams are very well schooled. They throw a little pop pass, caught. First down, Boyle, inside the 20, still going, inside the 10, still on his feet, and Corbin can't bring him down.
I'd love to talk to the head coach for Boyle County, was it Given?
Yeah.
Gwen Given, about that play. Pulled the backside guard and tackle again on a pop pass play. So it could have been an RPO. Now,
that was Jackson Smith, who just kicked the 38-yard field goal, dragging tacklers with him to the 11-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the Corbin 12. Counter play. This is Lanner, who actually looked like he actually read that zone play then,
yeah,
Coach.
That's what I'm thinking. I think they're running zone and zone read. That's high school action. But also, that last play now, I'd love to talk to Coach. Looked like an RPO. An RPO is a run-pass option where you have a pass and a running play called at the same time, and then the quarterback chooses the one that would be most open. If that's it, they're very technically sound. Very impressed.
It's just. Well, you think Cole Lanner has a pretty good teacher at home?
I would say so.
In trouble now. Drops the football but falls on it.
He got lucky that time.
Yeah.
That ball was hit and knocked out of his hand.
Looks like 75. Blake Chafin knocked the ball out of his hand, and Lanner fell on it. But, again, we're speaking of Cole's older brother, Reed, the starting quarterback for the varsity team at Boyle County. Well, I wonder how pickup football games are in their backyard. He has two younger brothers, just Cole, that also play quarterback for their various teams as well.
Well, I tell you, he's cool in the pocket. That's what I like.
Well, he gets it from his older brother because we saw his older brother play in the Rebel Bowl earlier this year. They give it off to Logan, cuts it back, gets it up inside. He'll be down to about the 8, maybe the 7-yard line. They gave him the 8, so it'll be 4th down and about 6 coming up for Corbin. For Boyle County.
Oh man, I tell you, number 64. This roster's the way they have it set up is kind of.
Yeah, they have gray jerseys and red jerseys.
Yeah, well,
64 is not on there.
No, but he turned that play to the inside.
64 or maybe 54, Coach.
I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
Want to give credit where credit's due.
Here comes our boy Jackson Smith again. This time a little shorter field goal from 25 yards. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And with 3:10 to play in the opening half, Boyle County off the toe of Jackson Smith with 2 field goals, one from 25, one from 38, have tied the Corbin Redhounds at 6. That is a weapon.
Number 54.
Bryce Barton is the guy that you were trying to find out who the Redhound was in there on that defensive play a moment ago.
What he did was he came across the line of scrimmage. He didn't make the tackle, but he kept his outside shoulder free and turned the runner back inside. That's his job. If he can make the tackle, that's gravy. But his job is not to let him outside. Now, we've seen in the college level, the UK game last
night.
Well, I don't know about last night. I didn't get to see it last night, but I saw the last part of it.
Only way I did was I was with.
Look at that kick.
That first, I still cannot get over the first kick from 38.
Yeah.
I mean, folks, I'm telling you, Coach, would you say the track from the backside of that goalpost to the track is probably what? A good 25 yards?
Yeah, I'd say the edge of the track. No, it's probably about, it could be close to 20, about 15, I would say.
Okay. That thing hit on the track.
Yeah.
In the air.
And let's face it, Darren, this is not the best conditions to be kicking with.
I think if we had natural surface here now, Bryan Station and all the Lexington public schools now have gone to this synthetic surface, but Bryan Station was the last high school, I believe, the next last high school to get it. And let's face it, on days like we had earlier today, this weekend and things, this was not the greatest field to play on.
Who was the first high school to get it?
Public schools?
Yes.
Dunbar.
Yeah, you got that right.
Mike Meehan was the head coach there then.
Now we went through a whole lot of stuff to get that done. And it was very difficult at that time.
Onside kick recovered by Peace over there on the far side this time. This time it didn't check up on that little pooch kick like it did last time for Jackson Smith. It actually hit and rolled right to Peace.
Now when you're watching this on PrepSpin, you'll see the field has gotten dark, and that's the liquid, that's the water. It gets wet, but it drains quite well. And like you said yesterday, that the ground rubber that they have in there sometimes attributes to that look, that dark look.
And I've had mothers ask me that, man, I'm finding black pellets in clothing my son had on the other night. Well, that's one of the things that happens. Gain of a couple to Longmire for Corbin.
Corbin likes to, they give you wideouts. They had 3 wideouts out here. It's a trips formation, but it's a wide trips. And basically, what they're trying to do is draw defenders out that way. Open up a little bit more crease in the middle. And Longmire, once he hits a crease, he could take it to the house.
But they've had him actually out here as a wideout. Now they bring out Sevier and Poor out here wide. They turn and give it off. That's Miller that fakes it on the zone read, on the zone play again. I can't say zone read. And he gets the first down right at midfield. As Corbin now moving the football on their drive so far here.
Yep.
And, Coach, I thought this game was going to be high scoring the way it started out with both teams really moving the football. And I think both defensive coordinators for the teams involved in game number 1 today heard me say that, and they've stood up tall here.
They're playing well, and we need to continually give you the time on the clock, too. It's 2 minutes and 10 seconds right now. I know you can't see that on your screen.
And the clock moving. They give it off to Longmire. He hammers it up in there, gets 5 to the 45 of Boyle County.
That's the strength of their offense, I think, because
right up the middle there.
Yeah, and they'll just push it right through there. They'll get the blocks and just try to force the defensive line back.
Try to give you some of the linemen there for Corbin here as we pick up the numbers here. The center, I think, can't tell. I was going to make a guess. 57, Zach Yates. Pitch it to Longmire.
Nice
he breaks
job.
a tackle, breaks another tackle. Logan had him by his jersey, just couldn't bring him down as Longmire kept fighting for the first down inside the 35. Actually, they're going to put him around on 35.
Right, he did a little bounce outside, broke about 2 or 3 tackles, and got outside. Thank goodness the sideline was there. Yeah. That sideline is the 12th defensive player. Remember that. You get him near the sideline, you can use that sideline to stop that run.
54 is Zach Barton. He's the left tackle, or the left guard. The right tackle is 75, Blake Chafin. I'm trying to – here's a counter play as they bring the right guard around.
Nice
and
job
pull.
defense.
Nice
Really.
job by Zach Mason. The left tackle is 69, Gavin Allen. And Jacob Grayler was the right guard, now replaced for a second here as he pulled and didn't get to his man in time.
Yeah, Zach Mason did a really nice job. They're running a 4-4, but they're actually, to stop Longmire in the middle, they're putting a man over the center.
Longmire, he's going to throw it. He has a man available. And caught. That is poor, and I believe, wasn't that
there's a flag.
Tarter get a hold of the football? Didn't he grab it?
Yeah, but I think there's a flag. I think they're a receiver downfield, I think.
Well, if that was the case,
like
that was poor as the outside receiver possibly covered up the tight end.
Yeah.
Because they did have a tight end here to the right side. Let's see. Yep, they covered him up. Yep, sure did.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. What a nice catch. Again, Logan tried to knock that ball down, just kind of mistimed it a little bit, I think.
It'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 41-yard line. That's actually a 6-yard penalty. Look at the sticks. The ball is on the 41, but the first down marker is on the 35. Oh, well. Shotgun formation. 2 backs to the left. Actually, that's the Wildcat. There goes Longmire around the left side. He cuts the corner, cuts it up 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Corbin Redhounds.
Yeah, no flag on that. They ran the outside on that play. And you know what was really neat about that was the blocking. Again, you don't have to, with Longmire's speed, you don't have to knock people down.
No.
They got out there and just turned their hips and sealed the edge. And sealed the edge, you allow a guy like Longmire, they can break a long one.
Yeah, if you give him a crease along that sideline or in the middle or whatever, if he's got any kind of daylight, you can forget it. That's a nice job.
Number 9. We got number 9.
Yeah, that's Seth Mills, the quarterback.
Mills.
Says Seth Mills, yeah.
He did a really nice job of getting around the corner and sealing it.
And now Corbin's going to call a timeout to go for 2. A lot of celebrating here on the sidelines with 31.3 seconds to play before halftime. Corbin now on top, 12-6.
Yeah, this 2-point conversion is pretty important when you're playing against a team that's got a field goal kicker that can kick it 35, 40 yards.
Wow. Coach, I know that was a while back, but I'm glad I'm sitting down because I would have literally collapsed on top of the countertop here in front of us. It was, I mean, you can see high school kickers that don't have that good a leg.
Pretty impressive. We saw that yesterday too. So 2-point. Listen, what do you do here? All right, you know you want to use Longmire, and you know they're going to look for Longmire.
Well, if I'm Coach Jackson, I think I may use him as a decoy. Because you do have a big fullback in Sevier, and you do have a couple other good ringbacks in Jackson and the quarterback Mills.
Yeah, or you can basically use him as a receiver too. I mean, he'll catch the football.
But you have a pretty good sized tight end in Colby Johnson there, number 3, who will line up here on the right side.
But we're wrong because they're going to kick. I think no, they're going to go for it.
Mills was talking to the quarterback, or talking to the official. They get him outside. They bring Longmire in motion. Mills throws behind Longmire.
Well, I called that one, but they had in the corner of the end zone. One of the number 5. Who's number 5?
Evan Poor.
Evan Poor.
Yes, sir. But it's 12-6 in favor of Corbin as we get you set for the kickoff. And Coach, we thought this one might be one of those games that could have a whole lot of excitement in it, but we thought it could be an offensive affair. It's actually settled into a defensive struggle.
Yeah, and it's almost halftime. We got 31 seconds to go before the half, and 12-6. This game could go either way. What happens now is you do not want Boyle cannot afford to make a mistake here right before half,
right?
Because neither team's got real momentum going in at halftime right now, not really, and so you don't want to give a return for a long touchdown. Corbin doesn't want that. And Boyle certainly doesn't want another ball that pops straight up in the air.
It looks like there have been 3 touchdowns scored in this.
Yeah.
There's only been 2, both by Corbin.
That's right.
And you say, where do 6 points come from in middle school? Well, 2 Jackson Smith field goals. That's right. I said field goals. 1 from 38, 1 from 25.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it's just What a leg he's got.
Man, I hope he's on Mark Stoops' radar. If not, he ought to be. Or Dean Hood, I guess, is the special teams coordinator now at UK. Am I correct?
Right.
He better be on his radar, especially if he's in his backyard, right?
Exactly.
Longmire to kick off.
Tennessee needs him.
There's a whole lot of college teams that need him. This one gets on the ground back to number 24 for Boyle. He is drilled by Longmire.
You know, somebody sooner or later, they're going to learn that on every play.
Better find where 13 is.
Find 13 and put 2 people on him. You're going to have to do that because he's going to make the tackle. That was a fine tackle.
Usually you have the kicker as your safety on kickoffs, but
well, you know, he's a running start when he kicks the ball, so that's an advantage. Look at these 2 wideouts again, way wide. I think they're going to run the middle. Nope.
They fake it. Lanner. They're going to throw it back here to Logan. Logan in open field gets it up to midfield, spun down and out of bounds. They're going to crank the clock with 17 seconds, and they'll call timeout with the first down. They'll stop the clock, but Boyle will also call timeout. Their second timeout of the ball game here in the first half with 16 seconds exactly on the clock. That was a really good call. Good play by the Corbin defender, too, because he held him up at the line of scrimmage, but just not long enough, and the patience from Lanner to wait till Logan cleared.
That's what I was going to say, Darren. You hit it exactly on the head. The patience of Lanner. He could have tried to pull the trigger early, and it might have been intercepted or at least knocked down. He waited till the defender took one more step in and just lofted it over his head. Nice job.
Mm-hmm. And again, that goes back to coaching. That goes back to repetition.
Yeah. Well, you practice that stuff. You do. We used to. One of the things I did with quarterbacks, we used garbage cans. And I let each quarterback, I had like maybe three quarterbacks, each could decorate his garbage can any way he wanted to, paint him and decorate him. And then we put these garbage cans in drills in different parts of the field, and their job was to loft it over a defender and pop it into the garbage can. They got pretty good at it.
I bet.
Lucas Witt got very good. Sammy Duff, who was a backup quarterback, was just too good at it.
You had to make it more difficult on him.
Oh, yeah.
Throw it with your offhand there, Mr. Duff, right? Lanner takes the snap, gets a swing pass out to Logan. He's short hopping.
Careful.
Boy, that was close.
Right, close to being backwards.
To a lateral, yeah, which made it which would have made that a live ball. I'm not so sure that wasn't going to almost be a backwards pass to Logan, and he was going to turn and throw it to another guy because they ran one receiver here from this side on what we call an arrow route, just straight across diagonal.
Well, you know,
the field.
I've seen that where they actually do intentionally bounce it on the ground backwards because the defense thinks it's an incomplete pass.
Lanner gives it off to Aiden Sloan. Boy, he got tackled around the neck, but he fights to the 40-yard line. That shows the toughness of that young man. Sevier got him up around the neck, but Sloan was able to get 9 yards out of it, and that's the end of the first half. A very entertaining yet defensive first half from both teams. Corbin leads it in the 8th grade Division II state championship game. 12-6 over Boyle County. Coach Meehan and I'll be back. We'll have some halftime thoughts.
Maybe some statistics.
Yeah, do I see Dollar Bill over there? Is that him in the – no, that's not.
No.
Boy, it looked like him when he was facing head up there. But we'll be back with stats, thoughts of the first half. We'll get you ready for the second half. It started out to be a high score, now defensive struggle between Corbin and Boyle on PrepSpin.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you to the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game. Call and compare prices
at the Lexington Diagnostic Center.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve. Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up in all sports. Pick it up in all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Are you a Kentucky high school sports fan? Do you know where to find the latest news and information on your team, your competition, and high school sports action across the state? Join the fun and excitement at BluegrassPreps.com. You can support your favorite team, test your sports knowledge, and share news and views at BluegrassPreps.com for all the latest on Kentucky high school sports, other sports, and a whole world of lively discussion. Get on board at BluegrassPreps.com.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be for generations to come.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you to the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game. Call and compare prices
at the Lexington Diagnostic Center.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
You look at the Boyle County fans across the way. No, it is late October, but it feels like early December in Lexington, Kentucky. It's a little bit cool and cold, and the weather has not deterred, number one, the fans, or number two, the two football teams we have here in the opening game of the 4 state championship games we have in 4 different divisions of the Kentucky Middle School Football State Championship Series. It is the Eagles of Boyle County and the Red Hounds of Corbin. 8th grade Division II state championship. Been a good one so far, Coach.
Been a real good one so far. It's a little bit cool up here, in the press box. Wouldn't mind a cup of coffee or something. If you take a look at your screen on PrepSpin, there's a little button you can click where you can help us out a little bit, donate a little $1 maybe or $2 to PrepSpin so that we can get our coffee or our
or helps us keep our broadcast on the air and things like that.
Broadcast on the air.
On YouTube,
Go directly to YouTube. But this is just a little feature William added. I think it's really kind of a neat idea.
I think YouTube actually added it, Coach. He said to us, I think.
But it's really cool.
Help us,
It's really cool because honestly, there's a lot of time spent, and we really love these kids and these programs in middle school and the high school programs too. So sport and high school. We've got some stats.
And I bet you anything, Coach. The numbers will be about even, but I'll tell you this: those defensive numbers really, or the offensive numbers took a hit when the defenses started saying, not so easy today.
It did, but we have some big plays, and that'll add some yardage on there.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, again, the score is 12-6 in favor of Corbin. Boyle has 2 field goals by Jackson, and Corbin, both touchdowns by Longmire.
Yes.
Yeah, both touchdowns by Longmire. Rushing yards, first downs, 5 first downs for Boyle and 4 for Corbin. Rushing yards, 16 rushes for 89 yards for Boyle and 13 rushes for 134 yards for Corbin. Passing yards, Corbin 0 on their passing, and Boyle has 38 yards passing. It's kind of a miserable day. It's stopped raining and snowing at least, so it looks like we're going to have a pretty decent day of football here. We'll go down and look at real quickly at some individual statistics. And we're going to be playing highlights. You can be watching the highlights and listen to this. And Darren, jump in there when you see anything on the highlights.
This is the opening touchdown of the ball game by Travion Smith. Or Travion Longmire, I'm sorry. I don't know where Smith came from.
Travion Longmire. Let's take a look at his stats while we're talking about that. That's good. Longmire has 8 carries for 125 yards, Darren. 8 carries, 125 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Nice job by Le'Veon.
65 on that carry right there.
Yeah, and Seth Mills has 4 carries for 12 yards. Evan Poore, 1 carry also for a yard. If you look at the other side, Cash Logan, Cash Money we call him, has 7 carries for 57 yards. Aiden Sloan, 6 carries for 35 yards. Cole Lanter, 3 for 5 yards. Again, receiving, Jackson Smith, 1 for 26 yards. And Cash Logan, 1 for 12 yards. No receiving yardage, no passing yardage for Corbin.
Yeah, this is going to be a touchdown run by Cash Logan, but it was actually called back on a penalty.
That's
for Boyle.
That's not Cash.
That's Cash.
Logan,
that's Cash Money.
Yeah,
remember number 8 in white and number 13 in red.
Absolutely, because they're both going to be showing.
Very much so.
Showing themselves. You talked a little bit about defense. Let's look at some tackles while we're at it. Nice catch there. Really nice catch.
That was the interception by Longmire.
Longmire, yeah. And again, yep, he is. And nice run here.
Yeah, this
really
is
nice.
Logan again getting free. And watch the cut back here, Coach.
Yeah.
Trying to set up his blockers. Look at his blockers, hustling downfield to try to make a block for him.
And he does this thing where you really coach people is.
There's a second interception by Longmire.
He carries that ball high and tight on his chest. He did a switch. He switched it over from left to right, but he still puts it back.
And here's the field goal that just amazes me. Actually, officially 39 yards, so Coach is a yard longer.
Yeah.
And that's Jackson Smith. So remember the name, folks. I don't care if you're a Red Hound fan or an Eagle fan. Remember the name, Jackson Smith.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. He's going to be in. He's a threat in this game to keep this game close, even if they can't score touchdowns.
This is that pop pass to Jackson Smith. Down inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, he does. He does a really nice job of catching that ball.
Very good athlete. And here's the second field goal from 25 out. And still, I mean, I'm amazed. I know he has a T there, Coach, but I'm amazed at how quickly he gets the ball up in the air.
Well, you know what? Let's also talk about the teamwork there, the center and the holder.
Takes 3 people to make that. It's a timing thing. Here's the play that was called back for an ineligible receiver downfield by Corbin. And that was a nice throw by Longmire, the catch by Poor. Pretty good defensive effort from Cash Logan. Unfortunately,
there's Longmire hitting that corner.
Yep, and here's the second touchdown from Longmire and the difference of the ball game right now here at halftime.
He's really got amazing speed. Once he hits that corner, he's gone. Darren, look at these tackles. Aiden Sloan has got 3 individual tackles for Boyle County. Brown has 2.5. Cash Logan has another tackle or 2. All right, but also look at the tackles for Corbin. Guess who's leading it all?
Braden Reynolds.
Yes, sir. He's got 4 tackles, and he's all over the field. Travion Long has
Longmire
has 5. Or no, excuse me, 3 tackles. Carter Sevier has 2.5, and Kevin Peace 1.5. We say 0.5. We're talking about they are in on a tackle. Mm-hmm. Major part of making the tackle, but not the only one in on the tackle. So.
An assist on a tackle, and I tell you. Again, William and I like to do this with this middle school thing. We do the food, family, and football. I'm making a challenge.
Boyle County's got some really good tailgate.
I know we went over there for the Red Bowl and smelled a ton of great stuff out in the parking lot. So I'm challenging Boyle County fans and Corbin fans to let us know what's your favorite. Yesterday we did favorite tailgate food. I want favorite tailgate dessert.
Yeah, you would pick that.
Yes, sir.
You're sitting here with that loaf of pumpkin bread or something in front of you.
Yeah, well, it's for everybody up here in the press box. It's for all of us in this little cubicle here in our little old abode away from home. Yeah. But I want to know. I had somebody. That's where I first heard about the dessert called dirt. You ever heard of that? It's like whipped cream or with crushed up Oreo cookies and stuff like that. And
no, I got a confession to make.
Yes, sir.
I don't eat sweets. I just don't care for
desserts
and stuff.
Wow. Well, you're wired enough as it is. I
don't need that. But boy, I get down on some chicken wings. I'll tell you that.
I will tell you. I'll tell you what. The most I've seen. Yeah, I thought you were an active coach on the sidelines till I met Steve Stonebreaker.
No, I'm not.
Down in Casey County.
I was never that active.
Stonebreaker will wear you out watching him on the sidelines. I bet he walks 5 miles in a game.
Yeah, we're getting ready to start this
second half. Here we go, second half,
and
Boyle County will move left to right on your computer screen, your television screen, your iPhone, or whatever you're looking at on the broadcast this afternoon, or this morning and this afternoon here in Lexington. And Corbin will kick off moving right to left. And we thought this one would be a good one, but we thought a little bit different because we thought it might be an offensive
It could still
showcase.
be.
It could be. You're right.
As soon as they find these weaknesses and seams in the defense.
But we sure as heck thought it would be from the get-go, to be honest with you, though.
Boy, it's fun, though, you know?
Oh, yeah. And Longmire will kick off as he moves back and steps on one of his teammates' toes. And he'll kick off here. And Boyle County has one guy deep at the 30. That's Aiden Sloan. Longmire kicks it on the ground.
Oh.
That's number 11. And, boy, he did a nice job of waiting for it to come back to him. Did Corbin cover that? No.
No.
Number 11 for Boyle County, that is Chase Crow, listed as a 7th grader for
he did a
the
great
8th grade
job.
Eagles of Boyle County.
He did a great job, man. He took a lick, too.
He did, and Jackson was the guy that hit him.
We'll call him a tough
Corbin.
guy, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what, this is one of those games that you can play it, doesn't matter how big you are. As I said yesterday, it's all about the size of that ticker.
Little check with me by the quarterback. They line up in the formation, look at the defense, then look to the coaches on the sideline to get their play.
They give it off to Logan. Cuts it back in the middle. He was going to go off tackle, but saw the crease in the middle and leans forward in Corbin territory inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. He's a yard short. Gain of 9. Sevier on the tackle for Corbin. It looks like Sevier's got a problem with that left hand.
Yeah, he keeps looking at it, keeps holding it and shaking it.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody stepped on it or
It's cold out there, and that can happen.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. No sleeves, Coach. It'll be second down and short. 2 receivers to the left side, 1 here to the near side. They throw a quick slant, dropped by Jackson Smith.
Threw it a little low and a little bit behind him, but that's okay. A little fake on the pitch and then turned back and ran a little double slant, it looked like. Both receivers on the outside slanted to the inside. So, and when you do that, by the way, Darren, you want to do that in levels.
Right.
Like your outside receiver can go underneath, your inside receiver go deep, or vice versa. But you want to put it in levels, one to hold the linebacker, the other one to get him open.
I'll guarantee you Jackson Smith came back and said, my bad. They give it off to Logan. Breaks the tackle inside the 40. He has the first down and just drives the pile forward.
I love the way he runs the football. Look how he gets both hands over the ball and just gets his shoulders down.
Mm-hmm. They got to the 42, did Cash Logan. And I tell you what, Coach, we have 2 pretty good running backs. Or actually, let's say 2 pretty good stable running backs because there are several on both of these ball clubs.
Yeah, coaches rotate him in there pretty well. We got a wide slot again. Look at this.
Yeah, Smith here on the far side. They give it back to Logan, cuts it back in the middle. And a tackle in the middle after gain of a couple down to the 35-yard line. Coach Jackson bouncing up and down on the Corbin sideline. I think he had the right his coaching staff had the right defensive call, and the defender got in the backfield and ran right by Logan, who had the football.
Let's look at this again. I think they changed the formation on offense unless they move him back over. Are they going to move him over? No.
Wing back to the left side, a wide out further than that. Give it to Logan. Hit right at the line of scrimmage and dropped.
See, what's happening is here, if you're taking a look at it, what Corbin decided to do is we're going to stop that running back. We're going to stop Logan in the middle. So the edge player on that wide side of the field there, on the, let's say, the weak side of the field, that time they did have a slot, is coming in hard to make the tackle. That leaves that outside open. And they're trying to cover the outside with the outside linebacker coming up to make the tackle. He's not getting there. Sooner or later, quarterback's going to keep it on the outside.
They give it off to Logan. Big hole. Gets it down inside the 25 to the 24. First down, Boyle County. That was just a tough run. And for the first time today, Lanner went under center.
Yeah, noticed that, and that helped too. And they went to the right side too for a little change of pace. And
they actually pulled the left side guard and tackle too just then.
Yeah, they did a really good job. Okay,
Same
here's
formation.
that formation. Here's the formation where they've got the slots on this side.
Lanner back to throw. Looks down the middle. He has a man open. Just overthrew him. Looking for Aiden Collins, just out of reach.
Yeah, Aiden was a little short, and the pass was a little long. That's not a good combination.
No.
Again, I'm still looking for the keep on the outside here. The zone read keep to the only when the wide out, the split end is on that left side, and the both slots are on this side though.
It'll be second down and 10 from the 24 of Corbin for Boyle County.
Well, they switched the formation.
And these 2 high schools, if they meet, will meet in the state championship game at the high school level.
All right, we had 10 men on the field. They sent a guy in on the sideline.
Good job by Boyle, though, to hold until we get a flag on the play. And, man, Aiden Sloan got stood up and dropped by Bryce Barton and Blake Chafin.
Yeah, we had definitely a quick flag by the umpire on that play.
But I'm not sure. I don't know if that flag flew on the tackle.
It was a helmet to helmet. Just looked at it on replay.
We're going to get to see that?
Yeah.
There you go.
Take a look at it and see.
There comes the flag, though, before the hit. Now, what did they say happened? I didn't see the signal.
I don't know, but it's a big one. It's probably what he said, what Williams said. It's probably.
But it's on Boyle.
It's illegal participation is what it was. Remember, I said they had 11 men on the field, and then they brought one guy left. They had 10, but they brought him from the sideline to the wide out position. You can't do that.
Okay.
Basically, here's the rule, Darren. If you bring a person from the sideline late, he's got to come to the numbers first, and then he can go back outside.
Okay.
He didn't do it. He just lined up outside the numbers.
But again, that may be on the sideline, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Without question.
Long count, or Lanner, and now we got timeout Boyle. I think There was some confusion as to what Boyle was going to run there.
Yeah, they're a little bit confused right now after that previous play.
Yeah.
We mentioned that might have been a helmet-to-helmet contact.
Yeah.
I don't believe that was called because it looked like he was under the chin of the defensive player, but it was close. It was real close.
What about?
And he really wasn't an unprotected player,
right?
Either.
Well, the play was called from the umpire, who's right behind the defensive line. Why would not the illegal participation would be called by a linesman?
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Because the umpire counted.
Okay.
And he saw that he said he thought there was 10 because if you notice, and I think you saw it on this tremendous HD quality picture, is the umpire threw the flag and he looked at the linesman on the other side and went like this, come over here. And he probably asked the linesman, did that guy come all the way back on the field? He's the 11th man. And the linesman said, no, he stayed outside the numbers. And he said, well, that's a penalty.
Okay.
They work together.
That's the other thing. It's communication and stuff. 2nd down and 25 from the 40. Lanner has a man open under through it.
Oh, come on.
Didn't step into his throw.
You're right. And I think he got, sometimes you see a guy that's open like that and you just get a little tight on your throw too. You don't want to do that. You want to give him an opportunity to catch the football.
Like a pitcher when he's struggling with his control, maybe trying to guide it in there instead of just throwing it.
And he's thrown a couple of interceptions.
Yeah.
So that makes
that was a wheel route, and there was nobody in a red jersey anywhere near Jackson Smith. 3rd and 25.
Screen.
Lanner gives a lot of ground. He hits Aiden Sloan, breaks a tackle. He's not going to break the next tackle, though. He broke the tackle of number 62, Hudson Warren.
But not by number 9.
That is Mills.
Mills got him.
On the tackle. It'll be 4th down. He got 6. It'll be 4th and 19.
He oversold. Sometimes you deal with this in different sports and different activities. He oversold that one, the quarterback.
Yeah. Coach,
he went back too far.
Jackson Smith setting up for a 51-yard field goal. Yes, I said it. 51 yards.
Well, wait a minute. Now, let's see what kind of pressure they put on him, too.
4:10 to play. Clock rolling. 12-6 in favor of Corbin. The snap is good. The hold is good. Smith, the kick is on its way. It looks good. It is good. A 51-yard field goal from Jackson
thing I've ever
Smith.
seen.
Holy cow.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey, we got to send that to. That's a dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, that's an ESPN highlight because nobody. I guarantee there's nobody in the country that can do this.
That was crazy.
Wow.
He's an 8th grader, correct?
Correct. A 51-yard field goal. It just got over the crossbar. It doesn't matter. It's an extra 3 points. Look at this, folks. Yeah, look at this. It just creeps over.
It bumped the crossbar, too, I think.
And you see the representative of the.
Come on, William. Let's see that one more time. We got a second.
Show it. If you can show it one more time, show it again. Holy cow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
I'm blown away. Jackson Smith.
We're going to put that out. We got to tweet that out.
Oh, my goodness.
One more time, guys, before the kickoff. Line up.
This is real time, too.
Okay. This is in real time here.
All right, so take a look at the snap.
Good snap, a good hold by Lanner.
Good snap, good hold, bam. He got all into it. 51-yard field
That shows confidence in his coaching staff. Did you say a weapon, Coach?
Yeah, that's a weapon.
12-9. Corbin on top. Here's Smith. He hammers this one. It'll hit a yard deep in the end zone on the fly.
Darren, there's only one negative thing I can say about that field goal.
Yes, sir.
I think that was his limit.
Could be. Could be.
51 yards.
At this age, possibly.
Unbelievable.
Holy cow. Every year I come here, I see something. Just when I don't think I can see something that will amaze me with this middle school state playoff format, I get re-amazed. It's absolutely ridiculous. Re-amazed.
Yeah, you're
unbelievable.
You're making up words, but that's good. I like that.
Hey, I'm from Kentucky. We make up words down here.
That's amazing.
Oh, my goodness. Big hole for Longmire. He's met by the free safety for Boyle County.
Yeah, again, they're going to give him a big dose of Longmire here. Those field goals are keeping him in the game, keeping Boyle in the game.
I think if you're Brent Jackson, the head coach for the Red Hounds, you know It doesn't matter where it seems like Boyle County is at the field. They have a weapon in Jackson Smith.
Pretty crazy.
Some of the Corbin fans below us didn't even they thought it came short, but those two guys underneath have a very good look at it. The officials down there. Longmire running right, looks for a crease. He has it, spins off the tackler, breaks the tackle, and gets up to about the midfield stripe, and we have a Corbin Redhound shaken up at the 35-yard line. And his teammate helps him up, but boy, he is absolutely grabbing that left shoulder. He is in some serious pain.
Yeah, I think they want to.
I don't think Coach.
Look at him.
I'm not sure Coach Jack. They're going to tell. Yeah, Coach Jackson's telling the closest player here for Corbin, Jonathan Jackson, to take a knee. That's Mills, I think, or is that Poor?
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Left shoulder. That's Poor. Evan Poor is the shaking up red.
I know. Wow. I know. That's crazy. Yeah, he's shaking up. Yeah, is that Poor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that doesn't look like a stinger. That looks maybe a little bit more of an issue than just one of those stingers. Those stingers don't do that too, but he was really in pain.
Well, again, we have a really good help here by Bluegrass Orthopedics.
We also have a training corps here too as well. Right. An unbelievable group.
They're doing a really nice job. So,
fortunately, we haven't had too many severe injuries. Now, I did have somebody at a restaurant that we had gone across to get some bite to eat last night, Coach, when I left. Thank you again, you and William, for allowing me to skedaddle last night before the final game. Family emergency.
That's fine. I mean, hopefully everything is going to, end up okay.
Bad snap, but picked up by Longmire. Coming left, cuts it back in. He's in.
He's gone.
Space. 30, 25. Logan has dropped the football and it's recovered. Or did he step out of bounds? No, I think he stepped out of bounds before.
Yeah, he stepped out of bounds before. He stepped out of bounds right here. Oh, my goodness.
I think they're going to mark him out at the 13-yard line.
Hey, we've got instant replay, buddy.
We're going to check it out. But the two officials, you see the two extra officials really helping out there with one of them. One of them's the field judge and the side judge. But watch this. Longmire gets around the corner, cuts it out, outruns one of his blockers there. But now watch Cash Logan as he comes in. Uses the sideline, herds him towards the side. Coach, I'm not sure.
Yo, right there.
Boy, it was close. Right. The ball might have been coming free. Let's just check it out. Let's see if the ball was coming free before he stepped out. Let's see.
Okay, you say when the ball's free, all right? You say it.
The ball looks like it's coming free now. He's still in bounds.
He's out right there.
Well, the ball was out. I think
out.
I think the ball was out before he stepped out. We have flags all over the place.
That was a bad call.
That was tough. That's tough, though.
Corbin. No, I think the ball was free. That was fumble.
Great run by Longmire. Good job by Cash Logan. We have an illegal procedure against Corbin, so a 5-yard penalty. But I tell you what, good job by Longmire after a bad snap. Made something out of nothing, actually a hold. So a 10-yard penalty. Happened a yard behind the line of scrimmage, so it turns out to be an 11-yard penalty, Coach. But then Cash Logan did a nice job of herding him towards the sideline, using it as an extra defender, but then attacked the football with his right hand as he was making sure the forward progress of Longmire was impeded.
Yeah, I'm going to be.
And it may have come out
before
he stepped out.
I think it did. I think they missed that one.
But it was a tough call to see from our angle, too. Mills on a quarterback keeper right up the middle. Got about a yard, maybe 2. It'll be second down and long for Corbin with 2:40 in the clock running in what has been a low-scoring ball game. Big plays have been few and far between, though, offensively for both teams. But when they have been big, they have been really big plays.
That's exactly the truth. But big plays running the ball on Corbin's part and big field goals on Boyle County's part.
If you just missed it, a 51-yarder. Oh, wow. We have two receivers to the right. The stacked eye here on the left side. Longmire running. Breaks the tackle in the backfield, but he'll get back to the 25, a loss of a yard.
Yeah, Aiden Sloan made the tackle on the sideline. Did a really good job pinning him there and making this tackle.
First guy to get to him and missing, and Longmire shed that tackle, I believe, was number 38 for Boyle County. We haven't called his name today much. Tommy Wright.
Tommy Wright.
He is the right side defensive end, and he's only a 7th grader.
Yeah, pretty incredible. Longmire can shed tackles now. You made that statement, and you're right.
Mills throws out to Longmire. Cuts it back. Wright missed him. Longmire has a convoy. Around the left side, down the sideline. He gets just inside the pylon. Touchdown, Corbin.
Tell you what, Longmire can do it. He cut all the way to the right. That was just a little, I guess you could just call it a hitch pattern from the slot back position. Caught the ball, but made the cut all the way back. He's tired now. You can see that.
Yeah.
He's had that long run.
Well, Evan Poor was back in the ball game for Corbin, Coach Ben, but now he's dangling his right shoulder right in the middle of the huddle there.
Well, they need to kick a real good look at him.
Yeah.
Not taking any chances.
I guarantee you that young man you'd be one of those guys that you'd have to flat take his helmet from him and say you cannot go back on the field. That play was designed to go to the right side, and Longmire cut it back all the way here to the near side.
Yep. And let's take a look and see how the defense let him go back this way.
Mills rolling right. They look for Longmire. Nothing, and Mills will fall down. 18-9 the score for favor of Corbin over Boyle
Crazy
County.
Score, isn't it? We don't normally see that score.
No, we don't, especially middle schools.
We're going to take a look at the touchdown again, Darren.
And let's see, after you watch the run, I'm going to see if I can catch what happened to Poor in the backside.
All right.
Oh, man. I don't know what happened there with him. That's a great run by Longmire.
It is.
What helped Longmire get around the corner, I didn't see the number. William, can you run that back real quick and see who got the number, got the block around Longmire to get him free there? They took out Aiden Sloan, who had a bead on Longmire.
Yeah, the mistake was made by the backside edge, though.
Right.
What you have to do when you pursue a play that's the other direction, if you're the backside edge player, you have to pursue as deep as the deepest player.
Right.
And he came down underneath thinking that Longmire was going to run straight ahead after he caught the ball.
Well, the lights are on here at Bryan Station High School, but I thought I just saw a little glimpse of what is known as the sun.
Well, I haven't seen it in a couple of days.
It disappeared just as quick as I saw it, though.
Yeah.
So 18-9 in favor of Corbin, and we thought this one would be a good one. It's lived up to it so far, Coach.
So far, so good. Close game and interesting game, too, with the score 18-9.
Poor is back on the sideline here, but he's following his coaches around. He's staying as far away from Coach Jackson as he can, though.
That's an interesting play.
That ball
It didn't go 10 yards.
But I think Corbin, actually, somebody knocked it forward. That was in a red jersey, and that would be a Boyle County football.
Right, it is. Correct.
They're still recovered by Boyle County at their own 48, but this one will now be at the 49 of Corbin.
And let's see who.
Let's see if Poor's back out there. He is.
Is he? Yeah, he is. Tough guy, but when I watched it on the touchdown run, he went to make a block, and just like his arm may have gotten caught funny. Right.
Maybe just a little quick pinch of something, and then just a little twinge and gone. They give it off to Logan, running left. Good block to get him around the corner by Sloan. Logan gets the first down. He gets inside the 40-yard line. Man, what a block by Aiden Sloan to get his compadre in the backfield, Cash Logan, around the left side corner.
Cash Logan, money man there. He takes that little step inside to set up the blocks too, and then bounces outside. Very skilled runner. Got a lot of really a lot of grit and skill.
Now they're running Logan all over the place. He's actually bouncing back and forth. They're bringing him here to the right side. Lander waits for Logan to get set. Now they bring him in motion back to the left side. They fake it, give it off to Sloan, and nothing doing it. He loses the football, recovered, though, by Boyle County, number 56. Well, 55, I guess that would be Nate Rush. Tell you, I noticed older that I get, even with these big block numbers, the 5s and the 6s look alike. The 8s and the 9s look alike.
This is a big time. It's what, second down now?
Second down and 12. Maybe we'll call it 13. Second and 13 for Boyle County. Timeout, Corbin.
Interesting timeout. It was
Actually,
a minute and 6 seconds to stop the clock.
Well, I'm trying to figure. I think they saw something maybe they didn't like on the defensive call they had. Now, Poor is also, look at him, still raising that right shoulder like something is not quite right. Got hurt a couple plays before he hurt the right shoulder with the left. Now he's doing the
yeah, he's got a right shoulder, left shoulder, both shoulders.
Mm-hmm. Kind of reminds me of a guy that I saw play on one of the national championship teams for Georgetown that in 2000, I think, 99 and 2000, back-to-back years playing the national title game. A guy by the name of Nick Ayers, running the fullback for that spread formation Georgetown does, out of Cincinnati Moeller High School.
Big football school.
He was about a 245-pound running back at 5'10". He had played with 2 ACL tears, one in each knee.
Well.
And ran for 120 yards in the national championship game with 2 ACL. Tells you that kid loves to play football.
And tells you that he probably had surgery the next day.
I give you Evan Poor of Corbin. And amazing the toughness of these kids, too. A minute 6, clock rested after the timeout by Corbin. They fake it to Sloan. Lanner rolls right.
It's too high.
Has a man in there, and there is, tipped it up in the air. Logan and almost tipped it to himself.
Longmire was right there, and Longmire tried to get it too, but I think Logan did a better job of fighting for the football.
Well, Longmire may have mistimed his jump a little too there.
Maybe. Gosh, I just would look for him, and I'd throw it away from him.
Yes.
Longmire's,
but he's playing free safety, so he's out there in center field, Coach, just reading where the ball's going.
Yeah, but you can occupy him with a receiver.
Run somebody right at him, correct.
And then run underneath him.
Right, come across his face, or even I saw somebody used to, can't remember who the coach was. It might have been you. Running the post pattern right at the free safety that may have been causing you some issues.
Absolutely.
They give it off to Sloan, running left, cuts it back inside, breaks a tackle, gets it down to about the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
Could be about 3 yards short of a first down. It'll be 4th down.
When a safety's playing deep like center fielder, you don't want to try to throw over him ever. What you want to try to do is make him come up to you. So you throw levels patterns underneath him. As soon as he steps up, then you can throw something behind him.
No field goal this time from Jackson Smith, even though he's on the field. He is the slot receiver on the near side here, the right side. 2 running backs in the backfield on the outside. And the right guard pulled. And Boyle County was trying to pull Corbin off sides.
Yeah, but they pulled themselves off sides.
Well, those linemen, unfortunately, they get those excitement going and wanting to hit somebody, and they actually, when you give a hard count, they're ready to go, and they may flinch, which is what happened to the right tackle for the Eagles, Dalton Peets. But I tell you what, you can't say enough about both these offensive lines. They have done an outstanding job of not only protecting their quarterbacks, but pulling.
Yeah.
I mean, when you pull backside guard and tackle from right to left or left to right, and they both get out in front of their running backs, that's saying something.
Yeah, and again, there's some battles going on in the offensive. There's 21 seconds left to go in this third quarter.
And timeout Boyle County, by the way.
Right, we're trying to give you the time. I know you can't see that on the screen. So
that's the one thing I love about sports. Everybody asks you, where does all this lingo come from sports? Why do certain sports have this and that? And I said, well, they somebody said, what's the battle of the trenches mean?
Turn your heater off.
Sorry for the technical difficulty. We had another fuse, not blow, but this flip. We didn't miss much. We actually missed a 4th and about 8 play from Boyle County. Lanner actually had a receiver open along the far side, Coach, on a wheel route, just overthrew him, and it went back, and that, unfortunately, was a call. And then we've since then had 1 play run by Corbin in a bunch backfield out of the shotgun. Mills snuck it up the middle for no gain. He was hit at the line of scrimmage by Zach Mason and the middle linebacker, number 35, J.D. Brown for Boyle County. Stopped him for no gain. It's 2nd down and 10, and that was the end of the third quarter. We're now headed to the fourth quarter. Corbin will have the ball 2nd down and, well, he actually got 2, so we get 2nd down and 8 from their own 37-yard line. And we head to the final 8 minutes of action to decide the Division II 8th grade state champion. Corbin or Boyle County, we've had a good one.
Yes, and thanks to White Greer Maggard for their sponsorship and Bluegrass Orthopedics helping out here on the field with all these
beef jerky,
Mingy beef jerky.
And the precipitation is back, Coach.
And it's starting to snow.
And it's coming straight down. With this morning, it was blowing from our right to left. Now it's coming straight down. It's a rain-snow mix. These two receivers to the left side, one back here to the near. They give it off to Longmire on the Wildcat. He spins, gets it up over the 40 to about the 44-yard line. It'll be a yard shy, actually. Are they going to give him the 45? I thought he hit the 44.
No, he didn't get there. It was 44.
Yeah, I thought he hit the 44.
There you go. They moved it.
The box guy got in a hurry and sprinted up, so it's going to be third down and one. Third down and one.
Yeah, this is nothing fancy here. They can run a quarterback sneak for this. They can drive the football. This is where that battle between Joe Mattingly and Gambriel, the nose guard in the center here.
They got Mason over the nose this time. Longmire got drilled as he cut it up in the middle.
Some serious penetration.
And that was J.D. Brown, the middle linebacker.
That was a pretty amazing play. Yeah. Tremendous penetration.
Boy, you know who J.D. Brown reminds me of? Just by the way he carries himself there, 35 and white. Boy, you can see the snow coming down now here. But the PA guy a while ago, he said, look at it snow, let it snow, it's football time.
That's right, it's football time for sure. Zach Mason is just penetrated, got 5 yards deep in the backfield.
J.D. Brown kind of reminds me of a great quarterback on 4th and short, and it looks like Mills may have gotten it.
He broke through the line of scrimmage, and they blew the whistle. I guess they thought he had stopped his
it doesn't matter if he got it. It looks like he got the first down on 4th and short.
He did, but it could have been a touchdown.
Yeah.
He broke through. He still had the football.
I think what happened is he got lost in traffic, and they thought the ball in the forward momentum had stopped.
I guess.
And that's unfortunate, but it happens. The Corbin fan's not happy about it, but it just happens. It is a first down. They're motioning to the chain gang to move, and the chain gang is either frozen or asleep. Okay, there they go. Now they're awake. But it's 18-9 in favor of Corbin.
Now they just have volunteers to do the
Well,
chain.
they have parents from each team. So there's 4 parents, 2 from either side, 2 run the chains. 1 will run the clip, and 1 will run the box. Perfect way to work it. Longmire dropped for a loss. Sloan on the tackle in the backfield for Boyle County. But it's a perfect way to do it. You don't have one parent doing it.
Yeah,
that's parents from one team doing it, and then one team being upset because of whatever.
Yeah, you got to do it that way.
Loss of about 2. It'll be second down and 12. 6:33 in the clock running. Corbin with an 18-9 lead. They're going to be in a hurry, Coach, with a 2-score lead here. Even a touchdown, a 2-point conversion for Boyle County only gets them within 1. Mills throws out here to Longmire.
Nice throw, too, you know.
No flag on the play as Longmire gets around the corner. 20. And he's pushed out of bounds by Aiden Sloan.
Aiden Sloan is a pretty darn good defensive player. He covers his ground really well.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're going to go knock somebody out of bounds, you have to time your run because if the guy slows down a step or speeds up a step, you could get beat. But, he did that really well.
You having fun out there, William?
What?
Are you having fun out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's coming down now.
This is really snowing.
I tell you what, you look at this. These 2 teams here, you can have a pretty good all-star team. And I say that because there is a team Kentucky, 7th grade and an 8th grade.
It's well balanced.
Made up of all, they'll have tryouts and stuff like that. They turn, they give it off to Longmire, picks his hole, and he's hit in the hole there by, we do have a flag probably in the area hole, hit again by J.D. Brown.
Again, though, they came up to the line of scrimmage and they went really quick that time. I don't know if they went
They may not have gotten set, yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah, they came up. They came up too quickly and came up way too quick.
Yeah, they weren't set. They have to be set for a full second.
Yeah. This is the 4th quarter. It still says 3rd quarter on the.
4th quarter, 5:55 to play. 18-9 in favor of Corbin. We've had it all. We've had 3 touchdowns by Travion Longmire. For Corbin, they have yet to hit an extra point, and 3 field goals of, 41, 25, and 51. They give it off to Longmire.
They're
running
really,
right.
Yeah, they're doing a good job now defensively.
Yeah, and again, J.D. Brown, the middle linebacker.
Absolutely.
Along with Tiller, and also in the stop, Jackson Grubbs for Boyle County.
They're running, and they ran, I think it was an unbalanced line, and they ran to the strong side twice in a row. 2 times to the strong side from that power eye look. Boyle County's doing a really good job of slanting that way. Their linebackers are coming up hard to that side.
5:06 clock running. Corbin in no hurry. They go back to that power eye look. Mills gives it off to the deep man Poor, and he is drilled in the backfield. Loses the football.
Fumbles the football.
And the ball covered by Zach Mason, 75.
Penetration got him again, Darren. That punted penetration hit that ball carrier before he could really get a good grip on it.
Mason got into the backfield to disrupt, and guess who caused the fumble here, if we can show it here. I believe that was J.D. Brown.
I believe it too. He came in there hard.
And it'll be Boyle County with the football, trailing now by a score of 18-9 with 4:54 to play. Now, if they can score quickly here, Coach, remember number 14 in white.
Yeah.
If they can get an onside kick.
That's exactly right.
Boyle County with 2 receivers to either side. Sloan to the left of Cash Logan. Logan gets a nice block from his wideout, Colin Tiller, along with Aiden Sloan to get him around the corner.
Right, and Sevier made the tackle.
The middle linebacker for Corbin.
He makes a lot of tackles.
I'll tell you what, the 2 middle linebackers for both these teams, Sevier for Corbin and Brown for Boyle County, very active. They pitch it back to
Oh, no!
Sloan. He loses it, got it back, now lost it again. Looks like Corbin may have it.
I think so, too, because he never the White Hat's saying no, they're going to give it to Boyle.
Sloan
So,
was
he
getting
got
ready
it.
to throw
Woo!
that. Do you realize that? Sloan was getting ready to throw that.
Yeah, but he got it behind his back. He actually put it, the ball bobbled a little bit, and it pinned it behind his back, and that's when the fumble occurred. 3rd down, this is tough right here.
4 minutes to go in the ball game. 18-9 Corbin. It'll be 3rd and 8 for Boyle County. Lanner back to throw. Fires it too high. For his man, he's looking for Ja'Kai Tarter.
Yeah, he threw it a little high again. His step is just off a little bit, and that ball's sailing on him.
What causes that with the quarterback? Locking that front leg?
It's overstriding.
Okay.
If you overstride and don't follow through, a lot of times that's what does it to you. Especially if you're a little tight, a little nervous, you kind of get tight with your arm, you don't follow through on the throw.
Twins to both sides now, or actually 3 to – they're going to double reverse it. Here goes Cash Logan. He's in trouble. The throwback to Lanner. It's going to be intercepted by Peace. Ryan Peace. He was open. It was just underthrown.
Peace just waited for that. He waited and waited. The ball just took too long to get there. I think it was a play that they had designed because they thought it would really be a good play and work well. Do we have an injury over there or what?
Yeah, I believe that's Cash Logan. He got drilled as he threw the football.
Way on the far sideline.
Well, he was trying to sell it like he had actually given the ball to Aiden Sloan. But give the Corbin defense credit. Whoever was in pursuit of him knew that Logan still had the ball.
Well, here comes Andrew Carlson with Bluegrass Orthopedics. Again, the number one concern is safety of these players, and the people that are working with him are trained and extremely skilled and extremely careful.
And we had a young man hurt yesterday. I don't think we ever got a report on him, but
no, but I've heard he was okay.
They took a lot of time with him, a lot of care, and of course you heard a lot of people through our microphones here in the press box, even though we have our windows closed. We're questioning why it take so long. Why was the ambulance taking so long to get here? They were just being very precautious and they told the ambulance to come. But in Lexington, big city time on Saturday afternoon, with the horse races in town and UK ball playing at home. and stuff. So
okay.
Okay.
All right, we're not going to
So
be able to have
replays are
replay
out from
for
now
you,
on, but
it looked like he was just hit pretty hard.
May have had the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, I think so.
That's always a good sign. And he has played extremely well today, and he's actually gotten hit, and he's going to go walk over. I see him on the far side walking over to the bench.
Yeah.
There to sit down.
Go give him a break.
3:39 to play.
Ball control now.
And Mills will take this direct snap, goes up into the pile there, the mass of humanity, and is knocked down. Zach Mason on the bottom of the pile for Boyle County, the big defensive tackle, number 75 in white.
He is so tough, Darren. Mason
very agile, too, for a kid that big.
The Boyle County's defense, they're in a forefront, and yet they're shading the nose, or they're shading the center, and they're just basically trying to do everything they can to keep Longmire from making those big runs.
Well,
don't let him get through the line of scrimmage.
That was actually Mills who carried the football. And I don't know if I'm Corbin. Don't know if I'm going to hand the ball off or not, or unless I give it to this guy. Longmire cuts it back right, running left, breaks the tackle into the open field, slowed down, but then grabbed and dropped by Aiden Sloan. But a first down for Corbin, and Longmire's going to pull this Jim Brown routine. Get up slowly, limp back to the huddle, get ball, call his number, and he'll go for 20 more yards again.
Right, he is limping now, though.
Yeah, I think
you get kicked or stepped on in this cold weather. It hurts like crazy.
Hurts worse than the warm weather.
Yeah, it really does.
But he's carried the ball a lot tonight,
he does.
too.
The only criticism I have of Longmire, and there is only one, is when he gets into a bind with tacklers, he carries that ball with one
very
hand
loosely.
out there.
Yeah, very
loosely. And he'll have to learn in high school to cover that thing up.
2:20 in the clock rolling. Corbin on top, looking to seal this.
Ooh,
Mills on the
again.
carry. Straightened up in the hole again. So he's on J.D. Brown again on the bottom of that pile, 35 in white.
I don't know how many penalties he's had, but I don't know how many tackles he's had, but he is way up there in tackles.
Yeah, he didn't have very many at halftime, I don't think, but he's been very active here in the second half, and also in on the stop was number 4 for Boyle County, Jackson Grubbs.
And I think number 5, Tiller, got a little warning from the official.
Maybe wolfing a little bit?
I think, either that or maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
1:45, clock moving. They give it off to Longmire. He's hitting the backfield, gets away from right. Actually, that was Tiller. Longmire down the right side, gets inside the 5. And actually, they're going to mark him right out. It looks like the side judge right here at the 5.
Right. I think he stepped out of bounds, too. Right there. Maybe 4-yard line or 5
It'll be first and goal for.
Boy, he gets that extra yard.
Yeah, second and goal, I should say. Was it third and goal?
He gets that extra yardage, yards after contact, better than just about anybody.
3rd and 5, a minute 31 to play for Corbin, the 8th grade Division II championship. We've got 3 more of these, Coach.
That's all right. If they're as good as this one, that'd be great.
It'll be tough to live up to this one, though, to be honest with you. They give it up to Sevier. He gets in the hole, and he's dropped. J.D. Brown has a hold of him again. Kind of reminds me of Jim Kovac.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Boy, you're going back.
Not a talented guy as far as athletic ability, but just seems to be called his name every defensive stop. Timeout, Boyle County. Tell you what, I am going way back, show my age, number 1. But I can remember Kovac, but he actually, folks, is now a medical doctor. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he Frank Kersey's first ever academic All-American at UK, I believe?
How would I know that?
I don't know. I don't know how I know that, to be honest with you, but it shows you how important academics are with any kind of sport, but you can do whatever you want to do and still play athletics in school.
Yes, absolutely. And Gary Ball, our cohort host, friend of ours.
Our potentate?
Yeah, the potentate of play-by-play. And he'll be working a game or two here today.
I think he's doing the 3rd game today.
Well, he has that show on Sunday called The Ball Report, Scholastic Ball Report. And he likes to feature those academic athletes, too. And they do a really good job.
I feel kind of dumb when some of those student athletes are on there.
4.5 average.
Unbelievable. A minute 21 to play. Longmire drops the direct snap, in trouble. Mason after him. He gets away from Tiller, throws it, caught, touchdown.
I don't see any flags.
Don't see any flags.
Don't see any linemen downfield. That's what I was looking for.
And you know what? I say he threw it. I just think he slung it.
I think he slung it. He saw an open red jersey.
And I didn't see the number. That was number 3, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
For Colby Johnson, the touchdown for, was it 3 or 41? Coach, see if we pick up the number.
Yeah, we got a replay here. Drops the snap. There's a lineman downfield now, if they call it. Look at 50.
Yeah. That's 40. That's number 9. That's Mills. The quarterback. Give Mills credit, too. Guess he just found a little space over there in the corner of the end zone, but he did not step out of bounds.
Right, but I think our buddy, number 56.
Jacob Grayler may have been downfield.
Yeah, I think Jacobs thought he's a receiver. He was down in the end zone. But, hey, that's all right, Jacob. Man,
actually, I think it was going to be a run. I think it was going to be a running play,
Yeah.
and he was expecting it to block downfield. A minute 13, 24-9 in favor of Corbin. And we have a good one next one. The Division I 8th grade championship. Or Division III. I can't remember. It's
Pikeville. We haven't seen them.
Against LCA.
Yeah,
So it's the LCA Eagles against the Panthers of Pikeville.
Okay, now
but if you're from there, Coach, it's Pattville.
Yeah, but that game was not played here yesterday.
No, there were 2 games yesterday played at noon and 2 o'clock over at LCA. And I think that just came as a situation where it limited the length of day here.
I think so, but we still got home at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, well, and some of that was due to an injury. One of them was due to a couple of games that really were nice games that took a little while longer to play. And we get the 2-point conversion coming. Mills will roll left, I should say. Throws, and the 2-point conversion is good.
Yeah,
so it's now 26-9 in favor of Corbin, and that will probably salt it away. The 2017 8th grade Division III state championship for Corbin High School, or Corbin Middle School, I should say.
22 caught the pass.
22, that's Jonathan Jackson.
Jackson does a nice job. I'll tell you, Jonathan Jackson is one of the key players on that Corbin team. But he's not involved in every play, but when he's involved, he is seriously involved. Nice job.
Some kind of announcement, the best thing on the track. But I tell you what, Boyle County, we talked about the Corbin representatives. Boyle County's brought a really nice crowd with them as well across the way. And you see a little bit of maroon sprinkled in there to the right side on the far side, the visitor side. That would be the Panthers of Pikeville. Now, I always tell my buddy when I do college games broadcasting, he is from northern Kentucky. And he always says Pikeville, and he says it very prim and proper.
Pikeville.
I said, if you go up there, they will look at you like you got 3 heads. You better say Pikeville. If you don't, they will look at you like you're crazy. Try to keep him from getting hurt, Coach, when he goes in these mountain games.
You do the best you can.
I try. I learned a long time ago when I got really funny looks when I said Pikeville, or I said instead of saying Barberville, I said Barberville. People look at me like, "What are you talking about?" Minute 13 to play, 26-9 in favor of Corbin, and what has been a very good football game. Picked up by Sloan. They're going to say he was on his knee. They say he was on his knee. And it'll be Boyle County football.
Well, they just couldn't get their offense going. They actually had pretty good offense in the middle of the field, but when they got inside the 20-yard line or so, they struggled a little bit. So good defenses on both sides, good hitting. We saw some, we're gonna talk about the players that made the big plays and the Longmires and so on.
Right.
But you also mentioned some defensive people that just good hits and
Well, you look at these two schools at the middle school level. No wonder their high school programs, yes, at the head coaching level and stuff like that, are really quality coaches. But it all starts here in Lower. And that's why Boyle County and Corbin consistently have really good football programs at the high school level.
Yeah. What are these officials? What's going on here?
I have
They
no
are
idea.
The slowest.
I have no idea.
There must be somebody on the sideline that on the Boyle County sideline that's causing problems with the line judge or whatever.
I have no idea.
Because they're having some problems.
Somebody's picking
there.
the sticks up, and I don't have a clue what's going on over there.
Yeah. I think a lot of times you have you might have some upset fans or
and unfortunately, you hate to see that because it takes away from what has been such a good game.
Right.
What has been such a very, very good football game. Very competitive, very well played, very hard fought. They gave it off to number 3. That is Cole Sims, a 7th grader on the carry.
That's nice. Get him in there. Let him get a little shot, in the state championship.
Boyle County Eagles. He loses his pouch. I don't know what they call those things. Is that what they call them, Coach?
The what?
The hand warmer, the pouch that he has.
Yeah, it's just a pouch.
I don't know what the actual name is.
Well, let's just call it a pouch.
I never would. Here's the thing. I never would let my kids, when I coached, wear the gloves and that kind of stuff. I said, well, the gloves, if they get wet, you're in trouble. Well, they do it in the NFL. Yeah, they don't. We don't have 100 pair either in a truck over here.
Exactly.
Under 30 seconds to play, Boyle County will fall here to Corbin this afternoon in game number 1 of our middle school state football championships. But it was as advertised, Coach. The 26-9 score is going to be a little misleading, but wow.
It is a little misleading. It was a very good football game and a well-matched football game.
Yeah, we thought it would be competitive. We thought it would be hard-hitting. We thought it would be 2 teams playing about as good a football and being very well organized as well as very the PA right now. They don't want fans on the field for the trophy presentations. So they want people to stay off the field so they can get the trophy presentation taken care of.
Very good football game. I really.
And again, both teams very well coached. They mirror their college teams, their varsity teams at the high school level. And that is why, again, Corbin and Boyle County consistently on the high school level have those types of games and teams, and why they're consistently deep in the playoffs at the high school level.
Yeah, and take a look at the crowd too. It's a cold night. There are plenty of people here on the Corbin side, and a good number of people over there filing out right now on the Boyle County side. It's a cold morning. They came all the way here to watch these games and support their teams and these parents. And we had a parent come up earlier, actually, before the game, and was wanted to compliment PrepSpin on its coverage. So.
And, Coach, I'm telling you, I'm looking down here to our left for one of our next teams to take the field. And we have the Panthers of Pikeville. But, Coach, those uniforms are going to be murder on numbers.
Yeah, we're gonna
black with the maroon numbers and a slight trim of white around them. It'll be tough to see. William, do you want to get the trophy presentation, or we'll get the trophy? So I tell you what, you want just the video, or you want Coach and I to talk over that?
From Region 2, champions. Region 2 champs, runner-up Boyle County. And now, Region 4